What is up, guys? Today we're going to be having another game of Scrolls online. I'm going to be using a energy deck, just a pure energy deck. This is the deck I'm going to be using. Whoops. Sorry if I sound a little bit out of character. I've got really bad hay fever. Let's sort the cards. There we go. And you can see all my cards there. That's the deck I'm going to be using. It's a pretty late game. Including a lot of 6 and 7 cost cards with high cooldowns, but with a lot of walls for early game. Generally I'm good against Order, not so good against other energy decks, and a kind of average against Growth, but I haven't seen many Growth decks when I've been playing, so let's crack into a game. Straight away match found. What I've seen is really decent, to be honest, about finding matches really quickly. Join. Here we go. So let's see what tactics this guy has. So for starters, we've got Rigged, Dust Runner, Cannon Automaton, Proxy Charges, and another Cannon Automaton. I'm going to get rid of a Cannon Automaton. They've got 2 of them. They're good cards, but they're such high cost at this late stage in the game, there's no point using them. I'm not going to play a Dust Runner, because it seems every time I play a low cost card at the beginning, it's always countered by a haste unit, and Dust Runner doesn't have enough health to defend itself. So, okay, now what I'm going to do is I am going to get rid of Iron Whip just for another energy. Basically what this card does is any unit, enemy or your own, takes 1 damage. You can use it just to kill a 1 health unit instantly, but its attack is increased and its cooldown is decreased. But obviously you can use it on your own, but you take a lot of damage. So, and as I've got no units out on the field, I'm probably not going to be using it. So we'll get rid of it. Next turn, if I don't get a bad card, I'll get rid of Rigged, I think. Because there's no point having Rigged if I haven't got a useless contraption. So this guy's an energy deck as well, which is horrible. I hate facing energy decks, because everyone seems to have a lower cooldown deck than mine. Right, so we've got an Inferno Blast. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of Rigged. And we're just going to wait for these proxy charges, I think. I'm just going to rush to hopefully 6 to 7 energy. Hopefully get a clock library out early. And then rush Sparks, Golems, and Automatons. Okay, so this guy has 2 cooldown, I have 2 cooldown as well. Gonna get rid of Concentrate Fire. I don't have a unit on the field. Really works well with these Scattergunners, but seeing as I don't have a Scattergunner out, it's not really much point in me using it. So, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let him have the damage to the turret unless I get a burn. If I get a burn card next turn, ultimate deck build on my side, and I'll burn him straight off. Okay, so he's tanking the guy out now. So we got a Scattergunner. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna sack him for cards. Okay, what I'm gonna do, I believe I'm going to play the Dust Runner right at the back, and I'm going to use plating on him. So this means when the Scattergunner attacks next turn, he's basically going to do no damage to the Dust Runner, and then the Dust Runner is going to be able to kill the Gravelock, or should be able to. I'm going to use Bombards. I believe I'm going to use Bombard anyway. Depends on what cards I get. Okay, so he's tanked it out. So he's done the 4 damage. Right, so what I'm going to do now think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the Inferno Blast for energy. I'm going to move this guy forwards, and I'm going to place some proxy charges. Oh, I've used... No, I haven't. Yeah, I placed some proxy charges, so he can't attack next turn without dying. That Hell Splitter Mortar, it's basically a big shield. It looks like it's a really high powered unit, 5 damage, but it hits a random square on the field every turn. Unless this guy is incendiaries next turn, he's not going to be able to take out... this is the kind of thing I'm on about. Okay, so that was a good play by him. Very good play. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of Bombard for some more energy. And we're just going to take these 2 units out of the game. Seems we've got a little bit of lag, but we should be able to get around that. And they got a Gravelock Elder from that, so it's not too bad. He's just got this guy on the field, it's just a wall. He's going to shoot something random on the field, it's not going to do much damage. But he has got fucking 4 damage on one of my totems already. This game's not going well for me, to be honest. I'm getting a lot of high-end cards really early, which is what I didn't want. I wanted more walls early. But that's the way it goes, I'm afraid. I think next turn, I'll sack my Gravelock Elder for cards. Play my Cannon Automaton unless I get some small 2 to 3 health units come out. But we'll see. We'll see what he plays. So he might just spam loads of Copper Automatons, which just do 4 damage or something. So that's going to do no damage, so it's not a problem. So what have we got? Burn. Going to sack that for cards. So we did get the Automaton. I'm just going to play this up top. And then hopefully, because he's got such low damage units down there, he's going to start bringing stuff top. And hopefully I get some useless contraptions soon. I've got a lot of them in my deck. They're really good for just keeping these 2 damage units away from my totems. But the cards I've been getting at the moment just not good enough. But to be honest, I've got 6 energy and I've got 3 cards, and he's got 5 energy and 3 cards. So I'm not doing too badly at the moment. Okay, he's bringing out artillery, and he's going to keep buffing it with a tool initiate, I think. We're going to sack. Going to sack the Ember Bonds. I'm going to start our assault up top, because that's only going to do like 2 damage. It's going to do hardly anything. So, and we've got nothing here for this goo cannon to hit. If it comes to it, I'll place a hard hitting unit here and I'll take out the goo cannon, or I'll try and use a lightning surge on it because he's got a lot of grouped units. I see we're still playing the same amount of cards, I believe, except I've got 1 more energy but 1 less card. You see what I mean? Okay, hopefully that doesn't hit anything. That's really good. So now, what a bad play. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be quite cheeky. In 2 turns, that goes off, hits nothing, and he does 2 damage. But I'm going to be able to get an idol this round, so... So already, I've got the advantage now. He's going to have to come to me, I believe. This, I can't place a unit here, with less than 2 health. So I think I'm going to put my Gravelock Elder there. Or I might just bring units across and put one right in front of him. Hopefully I get some walls sooner. That's what I really want. I want a wall here. And I want to start building walls here. I want to get rid of this goo cannon. Because it does low damage, but it just keeps resetting cooldowns. It's really annoying. So, these guys, they just do damage. And they're really good in Gravelock combos. For every Gravelock Elder you have, you get more health to all your other Gravelocks. And attack, it seems, as well. So if you've got a full Gravelock deck, you just buff each other. It's much like the Wolf deck. Ah, horrible. Got a lucky hit with his unit there. I could just burn the goo cannon off the map right now and then just burn it for another card, but I sincerely think that it's not efficient to use a card and not sack it for energy or cards. So what I'm going to do is this, get more cards. We've got some plating, it's not too bad. I'm going to start moving this guy across. That goes off in 2 turns, so we're still okay to move him there. 2 turns that goes off. I'm gonna burn this little fag. He's gone. And then we're gonna play a copper automaton right here. It's gonna make him respond. And then we're gonna plate in both of these. That was a really good turn for me, to be honest. Really lucky with the copper automaton being able to take out the goo cannon, unless he smites it, which he could do, to be honest. It wouldn't surprise me. But as you can see, he hasn't got a lot of damage down this bottom row, and he keeps sending units down there, but they're not high priority, high damage units, and I've got more energy than him as well. What I'm going to try and do next turn, yeah, see, he's trying to counter. Okay, so he's played plating, so the plating's going to take up a shot, and then he's going to take 4 something damage from that as well. So we're going to sack that. It's a really good card, but we're sacking it. Putting an ether pump down, and I'm going to play incendiaries as well. I'm going to move all these down, and I'm going to play my turn. Things are looking pretty ropey for him, to be honest. He's got 3 cards. I'm going to try and get the scattergunner to move next turn, so he doesn't get lightning surged, to be honest. Got my ether pump out now, which does every 3 turns 1 damage to everything. It's just really good for getting rid of plating for other energy decks against me. And I say, I'm just, apart from having no cards in my hand, which is very bad, but I've got a lot of units on the field. So next go, once this douchebag may have try and take out my plating, what I'm gonna do, oh, that was good. He's putting up walls to defend his stuff. Okay, so he's taken the idol. So now I don't have to worry about this idol. I'm gonna let him take this one. I'm gonna make sure I put as many walls up here as possible. Okay, and now I've got to figure out what to do. If I can get a bombard, that'd be really good. 2 damage. Not very good cards, to be honest, for me. I'll put a dust runner out. Okay, we'll leave it like that. I think the next turn for him is very crucial. If he can get a good shot off, then that's very good. Like, if he can get a combo together with Lightning Surge, or if he can get an Ether Pump out, or even if he can use that, I forgot what it's called, it's like Inferno Blast or something, or Incendiary, it's not Incendiaries, but it's like 1 damage to it basically would hit all my creatures in the middle there. It's got quite a wide area, but it only does 1 damage, but it's low cost. If he gets that off, then he could do some big damage, because he could get rid of both of my plating. And then these only have like small amounts of health. What I'm going to do next turn though, he's not a creature, so I won't be able to kill that in 1 shot as a sniper, but I'll be able to kill him in 1 shot. So what I'll do next turn is I'll move my Gravelock Elder down and him up. We'll be able to kill him, and the Gravelock Elder will do 3 damage to that, and then also I'll take this guy out with him. That's if he doesn't play some random ass combo, which he is. Okay, these guys have got plating. He won't die. He won't die. So we're fine. We're fine, I think, if my math is correct. Unless this guy hits something, which it did. That's really horrible. So I really didn't want him to hit one of my things, but shit happens. Okay, so this goes off next round. Moving him here, him up there. And we're going to move this unit to this square here. So that means that this unit's going to die next turn, the goo cannon. We're going to be able to get some damage off on that, hopefully, depending on what hits first. And then we'll start moving on to this shrine here, if he starts protecting these too hard. So let's spark this unit here. Yeah. I don't know what's actually happening at the moment. It's lagging a bit. There we go. And then we could blind rage, to be honest. Oh, I can only blind range. I'll blind range that then, and then we'll start the turn. So that's two gone, and now I'm just going to focus this lane constantly. I don't think he realised that guy had plating, which is really good for me. That's why I put the plating on him, because he's going to be the unit that could win me the game instantly if I get a concentrated fire next turn, which could actually happen. I haven't seen a concentrated fire. The guy doesn't understand that that unit had plating on it, and it gets rid of all effects of damage to one unit. So I think that mistake has cost him the game. He's just used a spell which he could have killed on my Dust Runner, or even get down my Ether Pump, because my Ether Pump next turn is going to do some damage. So I'd say this is a new game, we're all learning. So yeah, there we go, he's burnt it. Very good play by him, because that was going to do a lot of damage for the next time. But I don't know if he's got any plays left. He's got 1 energy, maybe he could play a Useless Contraption or a Dust Runner. A Copper Automaton, that is a really good play as well. So this is going to go off this round. We don't need redesign. Thunder Surge is a brilliant spell. We're going to start getting more threats out on the field. I'm going to Thunder Surge this. This could win us the game, this Thunder Surge. He's going to take out that unit. He's going to do 3 damage to that Dust Runner next turn. And then this Elder is going to whammy him. I'm just placing this here. Adds an extra threat. He might move this in front, which will get that off the field. The only thing I have to be careful about is this thing taking out my ether pump. I really don't want that ether pump to go down. It's doing constant damage the more turns it's out. And the more turns it's out, the more effective and efficient the card is. If I can kill multiple cards and get multiple damage off with one card without taking it out, it just fortifies my victory against him. Because he's just taking constant damage from a threat that's just a wall. And that's why I have 2 of these in my deck. If you can get 2 ether pumps down, it's 10 damage they have to get through before they even get to an idol. And constant damage all the time if they don't attack them. That's why I prefer the ether pumps to the cannon automatons. Because the cannon automatons, they're a wall that do high damage. But it's not enough. It's not enough because they have 3 turn cooldown. Okay, we're going to get rid of Inferno Blast. Now, okay, now we've got some really good cards again. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to Thunder Surge there. I really don't want to move this guy down. But I'm going to move this guy down if I can. And then I'm going to play the Iron Ogre down there next round. I'll play the Machine Priest next round. If he brings out a lot of units at the top there. So if he starts putting lots and lots of units at the top, then I'm pretty buggered. This can't go off for another turn, and nor can he. So there's no damage from these unless he has Bombard. If he has Bombard... there's the Clock Library. See, I knew he's fortifying up there. That's what I'm going to do. I don't need the Machine Priest anymore. Ether Pump's dead. He heals every time his cooldown's off. So I'm going to sack him for energy. And I'm going to play Iron Ogre. Okay, this turn, this guy does 5 damage to him, kills him, and this guy does 3 damage to the idol. So there's no way this round, even if he has Bombard, that he can kill that unit at all. Like, he can't do damage. He may be able to do 3 damage to the idol, depending on which unit attacks. I haven't quite figured how that works yet, which unit attacks. Maybe it's just the unit most forwards that attacks first. Not sure. This is nothing. As soon as he's off cooldown, he's just going to run through that and do 2 damage anyway. And I'm hoping next turn I get a Scattergunner or a Cannon Automaton there. And as soon as I get a Scattergunner or a Cannon Automaton there, game's over. Okay, so he's going to do a little bit of damage to the turret. That's fine. Proximity charges everywhere. Not very good, because energy decks are pretty ranged. Okay, I've got some options here. We're going to Ember Bonds him. He'll die. And we're going to put a wall up in front. So next time, even if he gets Bombard, he's not going to be able to take this lane out. He might be able to take this lane out, but definitely not this one. And he's still got another turn yet, so he'd have to Bombard and have... the card that makes him dual shot. Okay, so this is going to get good, because this guy in 2 turns is going to take out both of these without fail. And he screwed this card up because he should have placed it here. What we're going to do is we're going to get rid of... See, here's my concentrated fire. I'm going to place that guy up there. Next round, he's getting Metal Heart. And he'll get +1 attack, I believe. And then he'll do a lot of damage. Okay, so this is where we find out if he has Concentrated Fire, which is the card that lets you attack 2 turns. That's not good, especially if he has Concentrated Fire. I say now the tides are shifting into his favour, because I don't have a lot of cards. And this guy's bringing more units up to do more damage to my units above. Okay, so we're going to get rid of Blind Rage. Useless contraption. It's brilliant, it's what I needed. One more damage on this idol. And I win the game. So all it takes is one more round, 2 more rounds, and I win the round and win the game, which is brilliant. This guy's going to do 4 damage to my ogre. It's not going to kill him. If he had Concentrated Fire, he would kill him, but he's still got to go through another catapult. I've got to have my catapult going off every round. So he's just about to kill my ogre now, which is unfortunate. But he's trying to rush. Yeah, he's trying to rush and kill this off. But he's still got another tower to go. Okay, we're going to get rid of Concentrate Fire. What to play? Next round, that's going to do 4 damage, no matter what I do. I could Iron Ogre down here, he would do 4 damage to it, but he could kill it. Or I could go for the 2. We'll go for the 2 down here. 2 cooldown. That will do 3 damage, I believe, because he's got 1 armor, so he won't die to 1 shot of him. This is a worry. And then they're just going to move up above. He just used Whip on him, so he's going to do the 4 damage instantly, which is not good at all. And he's played an Iron Ogre. This is getting out of control now. I think he could win the game, especially if this hits a unit of mine, which it did. That's a game changer. I think that's GG, to be honest, guys. Because he got the lucky hit on the wall in the middle. I'm going to have to defend this top row now, severely. He's only going to take 4 more damage as well. And what I really need is a lightning rush to kill these top units. Unless he's got Concentrated Fire, which I keep saying every round. He's going to take this idol. He's going to take this idol now anyway. And then he has his pick of these. What I really wanted to do is just make it so that I could take these 3 towers down. But the game hasn't worked out that way. Sacking the Iron Ogre, I need to. I need better option of cards. My ether pump goes off in 2 turns. I'm gonna Ember Bonds him. I'm gonna spark him. Okay, it's not too bad. He's going to do 7 damage. He's going to do 4 damage to that. And then 3 damage to the idol. But he's moving everything down here to try and take it out. I'm going to Clock Library next turn in the middle. Could save the game. This is going to go off. I really need a Lightning Surge. A Lightning Surge. Or a Scattergunner, a Bombard, and a Concentrate Fire. This is going to do 2 damage to that. I need to take this guy at the bottom out, to be honest. Yeah, he's doing his utmost to get this tower down the bottom. And he's got 2 lots of threats, and I can't handle it. He's got too much damage on the field, because he's getting too many low-cost cards. Yeah, it's over, guys. I believe it's over anyway. How much is that going to do? They're going to do 4 damage. That's going to do lots of damage. This round, a lot of damage is going to be done to my stuff. But all it takes is a Lightning Surge. And to bring a guy in up here. If I get a Scattergunner and Bombard, change the game. He's starting to move on to this tower now, you can see. He knows this is going to die. He could move that there. And he would save himself. No, he couldn't. Speak shit. But as I say, this game's looking very unlikely for a win. It looked very well in my favour. And then just the amount of cards that he's got here. Just saving him the game. At least he's going to die next turn. And there's the Thunder Surge. Hopefully... See, this is really good. This is going off this turn. The Thunder Surge is going to go off. So that's going to go off, hit him. That just turned the game in my favour, but he's got a lot of cards to play. He could play some structures. That's still on the field, being a really aggressive feature for him. Brings out another catapult. He's trying to take this out really hard. There's not much I can do about that unless I get some really beastly cards, which I do get. Play the Iron Ogre there. Keep stalling. I'm gonna have to play this lane for a while. He's got more energy and more cards than me now. He's playing really well. Uses the Concentrate Fire, which kills my Ogre. Very well played there. Good card pick. Only does 1 damage, but it goes off this turn. He's going to do 3 damage, 4, 5 damage. I need to keep placing things in front. If only I had the power. If I had the power. Put the machine priest there. Grey block elder there. Hope for the best. What I'm hoping for is that lives for one more round. If I don't die for one more round, I could win the game. Maybe if I get a bombard. That's what I'm hoping for. If I can get a bombard. Nope, he gets a clock library, puts it down straight in front where I want to put my stuff. This is a very close game, and it's infuriating. It's nerve-wracking, to be honest, that how a slow-paced game like this can be so tactical and could generally change how the game plays out. He's just used bombard, which I don't understand. That's going to do a lot of damage. I'm going to sack that for energy. They're going to kill the clock library, but not that. Try everything to kill this dude now. If he gets a bombard, it's looking pretty bad. He only has to get one more hit, just like me. If I get a bombard, I win the game. That's how it works. If I get a bombard now, I win the game. If he gets a bombard, he comes close to winning. If I get a fury, I win the game. So there's a lot of cards here that could sway the game in my favour. As long as he doesn't get plating. He's got 3 cards to play. He could burn a unit, change everything. He's trying really hard. He's taking that out. That was just a decoy, to be honest anyway. What am I going to do there? Gets a destroyer. I get a thunder surge. So he's going to do 5 damage to that. It's very risky. That's going to die anyway. I'm going to burn this unit. Play a cannon automaton. That was a really lucky pick. This turn, they're going to get their cooldown increased by 1, which is horrible. That unit's going to die though. I don't think he's going to realise that. He just keeps playing the structures in front of there, but that's going to keep getting hit. And that's only he's going to get hit. So I think I'm just going to move him up next round. I'm going to move both these up and start hammering on this. Good plays by him. Okay, so let's figure this out. That's going to do 2 damage. That's going to do 2 damage. It's going to leave the field completely open. He's got 2 turns. Let's try it. I think I've won. What I've done there is I've lightning surged and then killed his tower and won the game. GG guys. Another really good game. No GG from him. Got got 378 gold for that, and just seeing the stats there. Scrolls drawn. You can see my scrolls drawn was much higher, which I think that cost him the game, to be honest, because I could just keep flooding the field with more stuff than him. So there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back with another scrolls game very soon. Cheers.